Hello, Cancer. How you doing? I hope your life is treating you well. This is going to be an Astroflower weekly reading from the 21st right through to the 28th. We're going to be moving into springtime, and I'm going to be doing equinox readings and spring readings next week. So you're going to have to subscribe and click that bell if you're going to want to see more from this channel. Certainly like and do share as well. It'd be quite nice. So welcome to the Astroflower. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, please go into the description below and you'll find a lot of our videos on which are introduction videos into the Astroflower, help you to understand the petal system and the whole system that we've done in our books according to the Astroflower, and that's all sort of human rhythms and stuff like that. We also have our sister channel, which is called Somatic TV, where I do dowsing of energy lines and gives a heads up on basically how the energies are affecting your vibrations, your chakras, and your aura, and how it all sort of connects through with your life. So it's, there we go. Cancer. Okay. Very interesting reading. Technical, really. Yeah. There's a few things going on there, which obviously with the Three of Swords up in petal 8, and that's the conversation. I think it's more a case of your inner doubts than anything else. I'm not convinced it's actually like a situation that's coming in, because you've got the rite of passage there in petal 6, which is your karmic path. So this is your spiritual side, this is your material side, this is your karmic path, this is how the universe influences this part of your karmic path. This is how your guides influence your karmic path or your karmic lesson for this week. This is how your guides influence that conversation that is within you. This is how you interact with the world around you on the everyday life. And this is what is within you as a person. So it seems to be this week here that there is a lesson to be learned in trusting the process. The Six of Wands is where your guides are actually taking you from one side to the other. You don't have to pay the ferryman. You know, that's what it's sort of saying here. You can go across those emotional waters from one side to the other without worrying about it. Okay? The universe here is tempting you. It's really tempting you. And I'm not sure this is, you know, the Devil card is usually a Capricorn card. So it might be connected with a Capricorn somewhere, but they're tempting you, or the devil is tempting you into extremes and stuff like that. And I'd say tempting you because the devil also is what is called the light bearer. So basically they bring the light to shine on your path so you can see your path clearly. The thing is, you've got to follow your path. Don't follow the light. That's the thing. Okay? The light is there to see what's going on. The light is there not to be followed. If you followed a street light, street lamp, you wouldn't go far, would you? You'd have to just climb up the street lamp. But anyway, this temptation, I think, comes out here when your guides are sort of saying, sit within your power, know who you are, stay within your bubble of your life. Don't get tempted off the pathway. And I think this explains this card now. So in here, this is where your guides are sort of saying to you, oh, but if I don't try those opportunities or take those temptations, what am I going to miss out? What am I going to miss out? Oh, I could miss out on my life. And it could be causing you heartache. Don't forget your wishes that you've already put in place in your life. for your emotional side of life, because it's you know, that is the light, that is the light that the devil is bringing. It is temptations. It is where we dream of a certain life, and that certain dream could end up being just an illusion. So don't forget to look at your path. Listen to your guides a bit, because I think they're helping you out here. And your karmic path is just to almost allow them to take you across across that sea to a brighter future, where you really can be in a place where you can wish for, beautiful things. So just be careful of temptations on relationships, on emotional side of your life. Okay? Don't necessarily think it's a good thing for you. Stay within you and who you know, what you like doing and stuff like that. It's gonna, within inside you, you've got that patience, that understanding of the power, the yin and yang together. So yeah, inside you, you should have patience at the moment. Timing, it's all to do with timing. When to put your foot on the accelerator and when to put your foot on the brake emotionally. Okay. On the material side, trying to love or fall in love with everything you do, radiate that pleasure of work, pleasure of getting involved in projects and stuff like that actually means something to you emotionally. And the best thing here, which I've only just noticed, you got the king and queen. So it's a case of your guides are trying to bring into a situation where it's a divine path on the material front that you should be going along at the moment. That's what they're trying to bring into you. The universe is here with the 5 of Cups. So it's maybe a case of watch out for that devil and those illusions, because on the material side, it may not be all that it's crocked up to be. That may well be, in order for that divine counterpart to actually happen, you might have to realize that, the material world is the material world and it's not the spiritual world. And it's difficult to combine the two. And that may be a bit of a job for you in the future, certainly in the next month or so. It'd be interesting to see what happens on those equinox readings, leap of faith. Realizing that you might have invested your time, your past in loads of things, but realizing that one cup, that is the Ace of Cups, the start of another journey, the combining of the emotional fulfillment and sharing that emotional fulfillment, but also that emotional security and that emotional plain sailing are being constant in your life. Okay? That's what it's sort of saying on the material side. So, enjoying what you do and sharing that enjoyment with other people is really good. And knowing that you're on the right path emotionally, on your material side of life. So it should be able to sort of realize that even if you're doing a job that you don't like, you should be sort of saying to yourself, in that case, how do I spend my money wisely? Or how do I spend my money on enjoying every aspect of my life and making my life a pleasure and easier to live? Yeah, but if it's directly connected to a job or business or project, love that project. Make it give you that sensation of, yes, this is brilliant. Life is great. And your guides here are trying to ask you to use your intuition on this and believe in what you feel about about your material path. And it could land you wishes. You know, wishes granted. It could be wishes granted for you within the star. So I would, you know, I'd wish big if I was you. Don't hold back. Wish big. Okay. Let's just see how this all sort of connects together here. I think this is the more trickier sort of side of life. So the devil, he's offering you everything, is he? He's offering you everything. One-stop wonder. Is that possible? So just being careful of that, you know, because we don't see everything with that moon card. It's just, there's a few things with strings attached to it. Let's put it that way. And it's a much they're saying to you here, sort of saying, keep with the longer path. Don't get drawn off. This is what I'm saying about temptations. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow card. He's planting seeds to reap the harvest the following year. Like you would do with wheat. If you planted it in autumn, you'll be reaping it in the summer next year. Okay? So, knowing that within you. Okay? Then we go to the Nine of Pentacles. Knowing your self-worth and living inside your bubble will provide for you a lot of possibilities to actually have that beautiful exchange with others that are around you. This could be on a personal level, this could be on a group level, this could be on a case of you know, family or friends or community and stuff like that. That's why it seems to be playing through. But this week here, you just got to stay true to yourself, I think. On the material front, the Hermit, and I think this comes from the disappointment. You know, shut yourself off from the things that might have caused you trouble in the past. Ready to go on that journey, that Three of Wands, that passionate journey. Let's go and surf that water. And a bit of a Tower moment. So I think this may have been connected. I think this is really in the past. You know, I really do. The disappointment. And I think it's the realization. I think it's more of a Tower moment. It's not like a massive Tower moment at all. I don't think that at all for you, Cancer. I think this is more of a realization within yourself. Okay, so the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups, going through to the High Priestess. Absolutely brilliant. A very powerful progression of cards. And you've got the Emperor as well. Complete and utter authority and security. Looks really nice on the material side for you in this coming week. There's definitely loads of revelations. And on the spiritual side, it's a case of, you know, not all that glitters is not gold. That's the word I want. And if you realise this, you've got the Lovers on top of the Three of Swords. I think it is that Three of Swords is your own doubt in a situation. And going from the High Priestess, using your intuition, if you do want to wish for that star, you realise you've got to walk away from something. And this comes right back to where connecting to the universe and how the universe is trying to influence your path. Yeah, I think the universe is sort of saying, this is a new paradigm we're living in now. And because we're living in this new paradigm, it's a new way of doing things. And you've got to leave the old things in the past. Okay? Let's see what's flowing through you, coming through for the following week. Strength card. I think this comes from this side here. I think this is going to be an essence within you next week of feeling that strength of that. Oh, yeah. Because you are moving into autumn. Don't forget that as well. And that will be interesting to see how that comes out in those readings for the equinox and for the spring season. Four of Pentacles, that plays into your autumn as well. Simply because it's being wise about how you spend your time. So therefore reflecting over what you've done over the last year. But this is coming up in a month, 2 months mainly. Okay, but this is gradually creeping up on you at the moment. So if you just fall in love with what you're doing and explore all those avenues of the physical material world of actually expressing or loving every aspect of what you do. It will bring you complete and utter emotional security and happiness within the work that you do, so you can see clearly of how to actually receive and acquire your dreams. On the spiritual sort of front, be wary of not all that glitters is gold. And if you realize that and you realize your self-worth, you will be able to wish for the most harmonious relationships coming up in the future. Okay, so there you go, Cancer. I hope you did enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell, and then you'll get all the notifications for future videos. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.